all those moments will be lost in time.
So I guess you know what we're doing today. So there's this tweet that went viral that I got tagged in, and if you've been on Twitter, you've probably seen it. Hi, it's Editing Me. Everything I say in this video is just my opinion, allegedly, and not defamation or libel. Bye. How YouTube is connected to pedophile rings and child exploitation, a thread. Now, if you've been on YouTube for a while, this is disappointing, but not surprising because YouTube is broken. But anyway, let's keep going. There is a quote-unquote modeling agency called, I'm not gonna say the name because apparently they like taking down videos that say their name, so I'm just gonna show you. There are multiple elements that make this far more alarming, so let's get into it. So first of all, this person in the tweet points out that there's such a thing as a diamond membership where you get unlimited access for 1 year to diamond membership content. All the photo books of our minis, preteens, teens, misses, and boys. And then at the bottom, it also says that you can also get access to exclusive private special videos. That in and of itself is concerning because private videos have a certain type of implication these days. There are sex workers who have private Snapchats that you can pay for, and if they're adult, that's their own decision to make. But the fact that children are being connected with this idea of private special videos, no. Another thing that was brought to our attention is that they take payments only in cryptocurrency. Compared to other things like PayPal, when you're using cryptocurrency, you can be essentially anonymous. So anyone who pays for these quote-unquote special videos is not traceable. I have never come across any business that sells things only via cryptocurrency, and maybe that's just me, but that also reads as extremely sketchy because it's almost like they want to sell you something that's illegal and then you can buy it and not be traced. So then I decided to do a little bit of my own digging, so I went to their YouTube channel. Their YouTube channel, this is an overview of what it looks like. You can notice that the thumbnails do involve a state of undress. Some models seem to be adult. There are also a lot of very, very young models that they call mini top models, which I thought was a cute name until it was associated with their production, and now it's just creepy. Another thing is that they've disabled comments under every single video I happened to check. Their videos, especially the shorter ones, the actual content of the video ends after like 30-ish seconds, and then they flash pictures of their models, especially the younger ones, wearing skimpy clothing or swimsuits, and in poses that I wouldn't really deem appropriate for a child. That's also concerning, and it connects back to the whole membership thing. It's sending the message, hey, we can't show this here because it's illegal and we'd get shut down really fast, but this is what you can kind of expect on our creepy-ass pedophile membership, essentially. Even with the language barrier, English isn't my first language, I can't really justify this in any way. So here, I'll show you an example. These models aren't the youngest, but this is an example of the title where it says, Best Models of Venezuela in White Crop Top Catwalk. I feel like that's a very strange descriptor for a video. Like, there are a lot of other things you could list for a modeling video rather than the fact that they're wearing white crop tops. And that by itself isn't concerning, but with everything else it becomes concerning, and I'll show you another example. Here we have one with girls that seem extremely young that says Victoria's Secret thematic catwalk. There is no reason that little girls, extremely young girls, need to be dressing like Victoria's Secret models. Victoria's Secret models wearing heels and push-up bras is not appropriate for fucking 9-year-olds. And this picture, as you can see, shows a lot of skin and girls in provocative wear. It's concerning. And this comes from their website, okay? And on their website, even without payment, you can see photo sets, which I saw a couple. I felt like the FBI was gonna knock my door down if I even stayed on that website. I genuinely was worried for what I was gonna come across, because as much as I want to investigate this, I also do not want to subject myself to seeing certain pictures. And the bottom line is a lot of these videos and pictures give me, you know, kind of how they start horror movies where there's like a girl who's naked or changing or whatever, and you have this sense of invasion of privacy. That's how I feel when I see these pictures, because these children should not be seen in these compromising poses and clothing choices or lack thereof. I looked at their community tab because I really wanted to see what kind of interaction they have with their audience. There were very few comments. I'm sure they deleted a bunch of them. And under their community tab, they're always talking about which videos reached 100K views or something like that. So here's an example. It's a video that's titled "Little Top Model Photo Shoot in Swimsuit." The fact that I got to 100,000 views, I want to chalk some of those views up to people like me who are researching and don't get any pleasure from looking at this. But it's scary to me that now it has almost 400,000 views, and I mean, being realistic, we know who's looking at this, and it's not someone who's interested in buying swimsuits for their daughter, okay? So then I went on to Social Blade just to see which of their videos get the most views, because like I said, the comments are disabled, but I wanted to get an idea for the type of audience, you know? I was really hoping that the videos that got the most views were the ones with adult humans in it, okay? No. So their most viewed video sits at 4 million views, and it has little top models in fashion swimwear. And in fact, a lot of the videos that are being viewed the most have the term little girl or mini top model. And again, especially the ones that have swimwear in the title, or Victoria's Angels Fantasy Runway with mini top models again. So then, as you can imagine, this place is being dragged to hell because they're being extremely shady, very creepy. So they posted this on their Instagram, essentially saying that they are not guilty and that there is no child prostitution here, and that this is a completely professional business that's not at all concerning or shady. And they bring up that they've been in business for 30 years, which I'm like, okay. So then I was looking on social media to see, because they're getting dragged on all of their social medias, and a lot of people have been saying that if they bring up a valid question, they get blocked. So here we have this person, but then this person asked the company on their Instagram why they only accepted cryptocurrency if they're not doing anything of illegal, according to themselves anyway, instead of using a traceable way to pay, for example, PayPal. And this person got blocked immediately for just asking this valid question, which, if you're trying to do damage control, maybe explain that. Because blocking immediately after someone asks a valid question makes you look all the shadier. I'd really like to know, why is it only cryptocurrency? Why can't you take anything else? When I think of child models, I expect pictures like this. But instead, what I found on their website were pictures like this, which a lot of the adult models also take a picture in this pose, and I think it's like a signature thing. But what kind of attention are you bringing to these girls? What do you really think is spending their money on this? And how are you okay with giving essentially softcore porn to pedophiles? The last thing that was the nail in the coffin for me is the fact that this place reads as shady. When you look at the physical place of their business, to me it seems essentially like a house that is trying to look like a business. So I'll show you a couple of examples of, you know, the content they make, and the fact that it seems so home movie-esque, but it really does seem like this is just extremely low budget, like creepy people decided to open a place so they could get their hands on children and make money at their expense. So their channel is getting mass reported, and hopefully they get taken down. Hopefully their business has to close, because this is just alarming. So I was out wandering around Michael's in a moment of terrible depression that I thought could be fixed by buying Halloween things. I was tagged in this tweet that says that there's an investigation that's being started to determine what has been going on in the modeling academy business, whatever. They're asking the public to share any information they might have, especially with experiences in regard to this academy. So we are moving in the correct direction. I'm surprised that a channel that has over 100,000 subscribers hasn't been reviewed or taken down or something. Of course, there are plenty of people on YouTube. Of course, YouTube can't catch everyone, but at the same time, I'm wondering how it is that you can demonetize people who talk about the news, murder. You can demonetize and you can review those videos, but you can't seem to, remove pedophiles from a platform? What's going on here? Because if you're penalizing random content creators like myself and others for talking about murder, rape, whatever else, but then there are these people who have no problems just posting and their channel stays afloat, what's going on? Explain. I'd love to hear your excuses. Anyway, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.